Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this logo and asked how you could draw that. Well, uh, I feel sure I could draw it, but I did a little practicing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the ellipse tool, set on an arc, and I'm going to go 50%. I'm actually going to flip it because I like to do that. I am going to I have to turn it into a curve, and I've got a node right there, so I'm going to right click and break it apart. Then I'm going to set my nudge factor on 8 inches, and I'm going to make a duplicate of that. I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete that side and that side. So now that I got two separate parts, I need to bring the picture in. And what we're going to do is take a rectangle, and I'm going to make a rectangle, and then I'm going to convert it to a curve, and I'm going to get my shape tool, and I've still got my node set on really large from the other day when I was doing a video. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to grab these two, select these two, holding down the control button, and I'm going to make that arrow look at shape. Now I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and move it over. And with my ratio locked, I'm going to make this one 50% of the other one. Now I might have to turn these. I don't want to do that. I won't want to nudge that. So I'm going to go and apply and then hit new path. I might have to rotate these another way. And yes, I do. So whenever that happens, before you blend it, take these two and rotate them 90 degrees. Kind of get them in the arrow shape you want. Then select them all, hit apply, new path, put it on the path, blend along full path and rotate all objects and put apply. That came out pretty good. Now if we looked, there's thick going to thin on both of them. So what we can do now is take this. I don't really need that other side. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. While holding down the control button, I'm going to go like that. Now you see I'm not a perfect circle anymore, but we can figure that out in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and go object and break the 8 objects apart and get rid of our line. Okay. Now looking at it, I need to, let's Control G to group it, but let's rotate it 90 degrees. And let's take, trying to get rid of that. Let's take Control D and duplicate, and then holding down the control button, go like that right there. And that's where I kind of came up how they got this diamond shape, because it's right there. But in lieu of changing it, I'm going to set my nudge factor on like 0.25, and I'm going to take one side and just kind of nudge it like to right there. And if you look, we've got a diamond shape in there if we delete these two nodes or delete these two lines. Now we're going to use the Smart Fill tool to fill everything up, and I don't like smart filling and leaving it where it's at, so I'm going to set my nudge factor on like 11 inches. And I'm going to smart fill that top, nudge it over that one. Now I think I could probably select all these and turn them black. There we go. And then I can take away the line. Basically, it's doing what I just did. It's a little more safe if we just take away the lines. Now if you look, it's not perfectly round. And we're pretty close to the size. So Control G to group it. And here's what we're off. So we're going to make it 12 by 12. I had my ratio locked. 12 by 12, unlock the ratio. So now we have a perfect, I think we're pretty close. And don't think I just did this right off the top of my head. I've practiced a little bit before the video. Now, it looks like there's a green. We can actually take you know what, if we group this together, because then we can change the color to whatever we want. And that's not a Corel green. Maybe we can try the Smart Fill tool and get a sample of that. And I don't know that they have to have that exact green. And see, it's only doing the one. So let's just say it, and I could do it all with the Smart Fill tool. Just going to take a lot of time. And I could have really made a new color box and made them all the same color. And I could do this with the color eyedropper tool. Let's just make them all green. Now we're going to have to, those are separated, so we're going to have to group them together to make the interactive fill tool work. And we're just going to get the interactive fill tool, and it looks like they went from a green to a white on that side. We're going to get the interactive fill tool, go from there to there. Oh, fill tool is going to replace selected objects. Tell you what, you know what, that might be because of what I got right here. Let's try the Smart Fill tool. Now we got it on that green. Let's just go around again. I might have had double lines, because those, if you look at the top of the bottom, that's what happens when you get outside your box. That's why I normally would have drawn a rectangle around here. Now let's take away the outline. And this is one of those cases that I could have nudged it out of the way, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it. Now let's see if the interactive fill tool works. There we go. And that's pretty much. Now it looks funny because the fact that we don't have a black background. But let's take a black background now, make it black, go up to object and put order back a page. I'm saying I'm pretty close, if not dead on. Now there's one other way, you know, if you don't like that this is a spaced out, this is what the blend tool does. It's a smaller object, so it's going to basically space it out more. You could actually do that a little more evenly, and if I look at it, I'll look at it later and see if I can help you on that. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.